Today's rub-on transfers are not your mama's. Have you tried them? Hello and welcome to Karen's Creative Cards on YouTube. I am Karen Hashik, and years ago I tried rub-ons, but so many did not attach very well and the designs were limited, so I purged them in a craft room cleaning. But today's rub-ons and transfers from Hero Arts, Scrapbook.com, and 49 and Market attach beautifully and create lovely, easy-to-make cards. So what can we attach them to? Of course, they attach easily to cardstock. I will show you that. This is the Ray part, of Hooray. And all the transfers that I'm demoing with right now are from Scrapbook.com's birthday rub-on set. I am loving the ones from Scrapbook.com. They rub on very easily and they have beautiful patterns. Here's another beautiful one that I got. I don't know if the name, Joyful Flowers and Happy Birthday. And then here's another one I got from Scrapbook.com, which is just gorgeous. And this one is called Card Maker Sentiments. So, of course, you're just going to use the stick that comes with it. You can use a bone folder if you prefer. I find this is nice and stiff and works very well. You can also use a die cutting machine, and I have done that. Sometimes you put a whole bunch on a page, and then on a card front or whatever. You can just run the whole thing through. That works very well. However, if you have, and you will, you have these lines from the edge of the acetate paper, that will make a line in the cardstock. It's not real visible, but if that bothers you, it really is easy, and nothing that doesn't happen when you just use the stick. So of course I'm just rubbing on it, and you can kind of see the acetate on top kind of the letters lighten a little bit as it gets attached, and it might start to move a little bit, which is a sign that it's all been transferred. So once you rub all the, in this case, letters, you can start to remove it. Go slowly and just check to be sure that it's coming off and nothing is left on the top acetate piece. And if anything is left, of course, you can just put it down, back down, and rub it a little more. And then one thing Jennifer McGuire showed, and I think it's a good idea, is just to put that acetate back down and then rub it again just to be sure. I had a couple of them that kind of were a little sticky, so they weren't completely attached. So there we have Ray of Hooray, ready to go for a card that I'm going to make. But what about specialty like mirror card? Can we do that? Let's give that a try. I'm going to attach this birthday cake onto a colored piece of mirror card. And once again, just start rubbing. So as you can tell, I'm going to be making a birthday card with you. I'll show you some cards in a minute that I've made with all these different type of materials to put it on. There's a little bit coming off of that. Let's see if we can. So you could put this back down. I didn't catch the corner there. If you line it up, you can put it back down and attach it. Let's see if we can fix that little side, though I don't think it'll be real noticeable. And there we have a beautiful cake that we can also use on a birthday card. One more type, how about acetate? Can you attach it to acetate? I'm going to put this present on an acetate strip. And so we'll see if acetate also works. So you can see it's not at all hard to do. And we have a pretty present on a strip of acetate. So here's an acetate spanner card I made with rub-ons from 49 and Market and scrapbook.com. I did them on the cardstock, and then I did it on the acetate as well. Isn't that pretty? So it's a spanner card, and then on the inside I have another sentiment and then another one on the inside. So on the cardstock and on the acetate, those rub-ons are from scrapbook.com and also from 49 and Market. Now 49 and Market, to my knowledge, was one of the first ones to come out with the newer, better rub-ons, and I have many of their beautiful rub-ons. Well, how about vellum? I tried the birthday ones again on vellum. This is a colored vellum, and I made an easel card. Now, all the cards that I'm showing you are in this video are fun fold cards because they're just more fun. And of course, all the details on all the cards and the products featured, there'll be links in the description box to my blog posts and to those products. So here is an easel card that I made with the rub-ons right on vellum. Here is another one that I made with vellum, this time with those beautiful 49 and Market. This is a diagonal joy fold, and so the rub-ons are on the cardstock and they're on the vellum. And then here's another Yay You from scrapbook.com. So cardstock and vellum. Now rub-ons like these, I have them here, these from Hero Arts, it's called, they call them Heroes Transfers, make for beautiful backgrounds. And then you can also add ink, either just all over or through a stencil. So I use the Hero Arts background transfer on this card, and then I used a sweater knit stencil from a Colorful Life Designs to make this background. And then these dies are from Concord and Ninth, so they just seemed perfect for the sweater knit background. And then on the inside I also have that same stencil and that same rub-on and some more dies from Concord and Ninth. Okay, let's try, oh, I have one more to show you. Also, another new thing that's on the market are adhesive transfers that are sticky that you can use to attach foil and glitter and embossing powder. And this set happens to be from Pink and Maine. So I made this slimline acetate spanner card, and of course this is right onto the acetate, and that's foil with the adhesive transfers. And then I made many of the shells, and I used another stencil from a Colorful Life Designs to make this fun fold card. So you don't have to just attach them, you can also, some of them are adhesive transfers that are available nowadays. So let's try some other kinds of papers and see if they work. do you think can we put rub-ons onto velvet paper? Well, I started, so that tells you we can, but let me show you. I am going to be putting Happy Birthday in pretty rainbow colors on this piece of, it's like velvet or suede paper. And then I have a cute balloon animal that I am also going to attach. So once again, I'll get out our handy little stick here and just rub. You'll notice the acetate starts coming a little looser and that the color gets a little lighter as it gets transferred. And you want to make sure you get all of it. And then you can start lifting it up and seeing if everything has been transferred. Get it lifted here. Make sure we got his little nose and his ears. There we go. Isn't that cute? Now all of these are from that one set from scrapbook.com. And then I am going to transfer the Happy Birthday. Now, this is a pretty big one, so it will take a few minutes. But it really is just a matter of pushing. I don't have a lot of strength in my wrist. It was broken badly a few years ago, so I did like the die cut machine to do this. However, like I said, if we put this through, you would definitely see this line and the lines around the animals. And so if I just take my time and press down and check it every so often, it transfers very easily with the stick. And I actually had better success with their stick than I did with like a bone folder. But you should give it a try. Now we're going to lift it up very carefully and make sure everything has transferred. The A doesn't seem to want to come up. Get that exclamation mark down good. And just the last line left. Thought it would be fun to try it on some suede velvet-like paper, but it is taking a little longer on this. Of course, it goes easiest on just directly on cardstock, and the vellum worked beautifully, but I think we got it. So we have that very pretty Happy Birthday and some party animals, and this is going to go on a fun fold card that I'm going to make. So I'm going to do a pop-up Z-fold, and I am starting with a card base that is 5.5 by 11, and it's scored at 5.5 and 2 3/4. So I have prepared that and gotten it ready. I have a bridge, or what's going to go across here, and this piece too is 11 inches long by, in this case I made it 1.5 inches, and I scored it at 5.5 and 2 3/4. In this case, the 5.5 goes this way, and this piece gets attached over here. And then I am going to create some pop-up pieces on the inside. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the layers, let's see, oh I know, okay, yeah. So on this bridge piece I have gotten together some pieces that I'm going to attach. I have the Hooray, and then just one extra piece. This is 2 3/4 by 1.5, so this is just 1/4 inch less on all sides. So you saw me put the ray on here with those fun birthday stickers. Way easier than stamping or even die cutting. This one's going to go over here. And then I just have a blank one for the center area. Now I am going to mark up about 1/2 inch here, so I know where I want to attach that bridge piece. But I think first I'll put this party on, which of course is another rub-on from scrapbook.com. And then this piece is going to go across here, and I am going to attach it to the side about 1/2 inch up as I measured, with some good strong two-sided tape. So I'm gonna line it up here right to that mark and to the edge. Now this piece would normally go all the way to the end here, but I'm going to put this piece on top and I don't want to see the end of it, so I cut off just a little bit here. So it's a little bit less after I was finished than the 11 inches, but again I have a little border on this piece and I don't want this bridge piece to show, so I cut off the very end. So this is how the Z-fold is formed. Then I'm going to put some good strong two-sided tape on the back of our velvet piece where we attach all the rub-ons for a really fun birthday message. That one has a border on all the sides. Getting there, it's already a cool Z-fold. However, I am going to put some tabs on the inside of this piece here so we can pop up some balloons and other things. So I have two pieces that are 4 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch, and I've scored it at 1 inch on both sides. And I am going to remove just one side and get that attached. I need to go inside here, and I want to go all the way to the back and attach it on the side here. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm only taking the cover off the strong two-sided tape one side at a time, because otherwise it likes to just attach where I don't want it to be. So now we want this to be against there. So it's kind of hidden in there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's going to be a tab there that I can attach things to. And then I'm going to put another one in, and this one's going to butt right up against the first one. And again, just attaching it to the side there, kind of in the middle of this Z-fold piece. Okay, so we have our two tabs. We have our happy birthday, party, 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 party animals. And now we're going to attach, I have our birthday cake. I have our present on a piece of acetate, and I've got some balloons. The balloons all have rub-ons on them to decorate them, and they're all out of mirror card. And I have a long strip of acetate here that I cut and have ready to go. The plan is, I think, this one is going to be not on acetate, but just be attached in the front, I think. And I wonder if I want to, I think I want to trim this a little bit more just around the cake, I think. Otherwise it's just going to cover up too much, I think. So I'm just using my scissors and doing a rough cut in the shape of the birthday cake, but still on that pretty mirror card. Hope I don't regret that, but I think that I would prefer that. So I'm going to put it, I'm going to use a nice, strong, big glue dot to attach that. So on the front tab, we have a birthday cake. We have a present, and then we have our balloons. So let's decide where we want the present. I think I'll put a glue dot in the front of this piece of acetate and stick this out this way. So they're kind of floating in the air. Can you see that when you put them on the acetate, which is kind of fun. So I put some strong two-sided tape on the back of these balloons. And I'm not sure how long I want the acetate, but I'll make it probably a little bigger than what I need. And then I can always trim it down. Now there are of course stronger and weaker acetates, and I'm using the stronger. I actually have some pretty patterned acetate that has pieces that aren't patterned, so I cut these right off of there, and it's much stronger than the typical acetate. So these are going to be hanging in the air. I might put one, do we want the smaller one maybe, out that way on the first tab. These good, nice, big glue dots work very well for attaching these. So far we have a present, a cake, and one balloon. And then I think these two are going to go on the back. So I'll put a glue dot in the front. This one's a little taller. Get it from the, whoops, it's sticking to something I don't want it to stick to. Okay. There we go. And then this one's a little shorter, but I think I can have it just above the cake in the back tab. Yeah. See how those are coming, they pop up from those tabs, and they're waving in the air for that fun Z-fold with pop-ups. So we have happy birthday, party animal, hooray, party, 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 with a cake, a present, and some balloons, all decorated with rub-ons. I made another one for a friend with that same concept. Again, the velvet, the rub-ons, and rub-ons on mirror card and vellum, and directly onto the cardstock, and some hearts popping up with some flowers. So you can see that fun fold works very well with those rub-ons, no matter what the occasion. I hope my cards with these awesome rub-ons inspire you to give some of the ideas and products a try, and then send some handmade joy out into this world.